Hello everyone, and welcome back. Just getting attacked by a bee. So I've just been around and I've just picked some bits and I'm actually quite happy. Look at this little haul. I have to say, I've never come down the plot and picked so much. And it's really nice to just come here after work and just pick loads of stuff. I'm really happy. So when I look around, there's lots of things just ready to pick and harvest. Courgettes coming out my ears, and then runner beans. Never had so many, so I'm going to have to pop some of them in the freezer, but I'm going to give some of them that little punnet away, and keep some for me. Yeah, some friends, family will really like them, so really happy. So a couple of things that have changed. Just about to go into the greenhouse. Let me show you the greenhouse actually, because it's a bit of a fry in there. I've shut it all up because I don't want the tomatoes to get blight, but at the same time they're well, take a look at this Brad Atomic. It's like, I don't know when they're ripe, and I think that one's past ripe. This one probably ripe, but yeah, look at these, really nice. So yeah, I just want to get in here and tidy it up a little bit, and hopefully, I don't know if it's a job for today because it's quite hot in here today, but yeah, this is definitely a job to do, because this just needs sorting out basically. But one thing I do want to do today is just weed this bed here. So this is where the tomatoes were that got blight, so I just want to weed this now so it's ready to put the tomatoes in. Not tomatoes, so it's ready to put some seedlings in. So in this bed I'm going to plant some beans and some pak choi that's like ready in the greenhouse to be planted out. So that's what I'm going to do today. These beds are all no dig beds, so all I do is literally rake and hoe over the top just to loosen the weeds and cut the tops off basically. A lot of this is bindweed, so I'm not going to be able to dig it out, so I just weaken it by hoeing it off at the top and then just picking the pieces up as I go. So that way it will weaken the plant rather than me having to dig it out, breaking the roots and then possibly having more bindweed to deal with. So just pick them up as I go, and that just keeps the bed tidy. So that's the bed ready for the seedlings to go in. There's a few, basically I'm trying to fill holes. I don't want any empty beds, and this time of year, towards the end of August, there's a few things that you can still sow. So at the moment I'm popping in some chard, some dwarf French beans, there's a few peas, so I've got Douce de Provence pea. It's a winter pea which will be an early variety, and it goes through November to March. So I've got a few of those to start now, and then I'm going to do a few in the greenhouse over the winter. That's the plan anyway. But yeah, the bed's ready, so I'm now going to just pop some chard in and possibly some pak choi into this bed. I was going to put beans in this bed, but I've actually decided to put them down by the cucumbers. The reason being is because they'll put nitrogen in the soil, and I plan to grow some brassicas there next year, things like kale and stuff like that. So I'm going to plant them there, and then it'll put nitrogen in the soil just so you can cut them down, leave them in the ground, and then it gives a bit of goodness. That's the plan anyway. Right, let's get these seedlings in. So that is the pak choi all planted out now, which is good. I've also got some turnips in that tray, turnip snowball I believe, which I couldn't remember sowing. So I'm just going to get them in as well, and then that'll be me done for the day. There we go. So that's pak choy and some turnips. There's turnip snowball and there's turnip purple top in there. There's two varieties of turnip. Again, I've never grown turnip before. I grew it at the Forget-Me-Not garden plot, and it just got eaten by something. I don't know quite what. It wasn't birds, because I didn't have a bird problem down there, but it'll be interesting to see if I get a bird problem here with the turnips. So I'm just going to play it by ear. If I need to cover these, then I will, but I'm just going to chance it, see what happens. But we'll see. I haven't had this plot very long. I've only had it a year, and there's things that I haven't really grown here before, so it's just testing the water, see how now it goes. So, but yes, very pleased. So what's it time for now? Have a great week, everyone. Take care.